don't be a little bitch. So the little bitch inside of us, he never dies. He lies dormant, but he's never dead. He always want to raise his hand up every now and again, and you got to squash him back down. You know? Welcome to 10K Tuesday. Big finish, big finish. Woo. Welcome to 10K Monday. What? All right, so what are we doing today? We've decided to run 10K ahead of schedule. I'm actually at the house I grew up in. Interesting story about that. I was born and raised here in Martinsville, and when I was 14 years old, we actually lost this house in bankruptcy, and we got it back. So that's a whole nother story in and of itself, but it's pretty amazing. You know, not everything is wonderful here in this world, but we're trying, and you know, I make this content for you to course correct and inspire. You know, I'm on the circuit between my hometown and Christiansburg, doing a lot of things and seeing a lot of people. You know, I feel like we have a social responsibility. The most important things in our lives are our human relationships. So, but having said that, I can't, got a lot of sweat in my eyes. But, you know, I saw the way my schedule was sort of lining up, that tomorrow on Tuesday was going to be really, really difficult, if not impossible, to run 10K, film it, produce the video, and get it out into the universe like I promised you I would every Tuesday. So the little bitch in me was like, I don't know if we're going to make it, Scott. And you know what? The motherfucker stood up and he said, why can't you do that shit early? Get your ass out there, put feet to the street, knock this shit out ahead of schedule. Don't be a little bitch. So the little bitch inside of us, he never dies. He lies dormant, but he's never dead. He always want to raise his hand up every now and again, and you got to squash him back down. You know, like 9 o'clock in the evening. What, you like a little Ben and Jerry's? And sometimes I'm like, yeah, I think I would. And I curl up right beside the little bitch and eat my Ben and Jerry's. But not a lot. Not a lot. Anyway. So I've strived to not miss, and so I happened to shoot this video that I'm going to give to you now. I shot 2 of them on Saturday, and this is the second one. I've already given you the first one. So this video I shot on Saturday, that's going to serve as our 10K Tuesday video, and I hope it serves you, inspires you, entertains you, educates you, motivates you. You know the deal. Hey, if you do find my content helpful, by all means, why don't you hit that like button and consider subscribing. I drop videos for you all the time, definitely every Tuesday and sometimes in between. Doesn't cost you a dime, means the world to me. Hey, enjoy. Thanks so much. Take care. See ya. Bye. And matter of fact, in like 30 minutes, I'm supposed to be changing out a dishwasher at my old house. Well, I just used a lesson that I learned from Jimmy Buffett. And the lesson was, it takes the same amount of time to be an asshole as it does to be nice. Saying also that nice guys finish last. Yeah, that's bullshit. You know, the way I see it is, doormats, of course, will finish last, but not being nice. I'm trying to hit the road here. Driving a stick shift and doing a video. So, what's going on? So some things have changed. Somewhere actually on paper, I'm a master plumber, and I haven't, you know, done plumbing for other people for over 2 years now. Once upon a time, if I had a dishwasher go out, I just go to the store, get a dishwasher, and go put it in. It's no act of Congress. Well, now, at least in my neck of the woods in Southwest Virginia, they don't freaking stock like standard white and black dishwashers. And appliances too. Like the guys were telling me, like, yeah, you can go. I was at Lowe's. He said, you can go to Home Depot. You can go wherever you want. It's pretty much going to be the same. That's the business model now. And I did have to make that lap. I did have to try. And it's like, shit, it's true. So what they do is they can order them for you and get them there like the next day or something like that. But I drove all the way across the state, assuming that thing would be available like it was 2 years ago. I just go grab a dishwasher and stick it in. And they don't operate like that anymore. They had nicer stainless steel dishwashers the average working man Joe, that's not what he's going to come in for. We need, standard white or black, get her done. So bear with me. I don't mean to go on forever, but here's the point. The point is, I checked everywhere. It was extremely frustrating. And, the guys that I were talking to behind the counter, I just reminded myself, I actually had to say it out loud. I said, you know what? It's not you. It's not you. And because I didn't take my anger and frustration out on them, they were helpful. They said, I hear you. You should try this place. You should try that place. They were telling me about the smaller scale family operations. One of the folks that they mentioned, I was like, yeah, I typically they're not top of mind. So I called them. You know what? I'll call their names out. It's a G&H Appliance here in Christiansburg, and they had one white dishwasher. That's what I needed. And I said, yeah, man, I need one right now. And if it doesn't cost an arm and a leg, I'll come get it. Well, the initial price he quoted me was one arm and a leg, and I was like, man, that's just really high for a white dishwasher. So I had to keep searching around. And my only other option was a $25 untested hunk of junk looking dishwasher at the rehab store, Habitat for Humanity to be specific. So I eventually had to go back hat in hand to this fella at G&H and say, hey man, I'm the guy that called you before. I need that dishwasher now. And you know what he did? He knocked $100 off that thing. He had, it was complete supply and demand. Whoever has a white dishwasher right now completely has me over a barrel. I drove all the way across the state. I've got to get this done. And because I was never an asshole to him about the price or about my situation, when it's time to pay up, I was like, that's significantly less than what you quoted me. And he said, yeah, I knocked $100 off. There is an asshole tax, ladies and gentlemen. There is an asshole tax. It's not written anywhere on paper. And I know it to be true in the service industry, especially in the service industry. But the Jimmy Buffett lesson, that's something I read in his book. He wrote a couple of books, and it was the one where he was flying he has this great big plane and he flies it all over the Caribbean. He'll go to some uninhabited island with his guitar. He'll actually land the plane and glide up to the island, go sit on the island and play guitar. And I think it's like Where's Joe Merchant or something like that. Anyway, those were really fun books that he wrote. And I remember, he's talking about how people always would come up to him, and it was never, hardly ever convenient time. But he said, he tried his best to never be an asshole to any of the fans or hangers-oners that wanted to come up to him and get some of that Jimmy Buffett action. He said it takes the same amount of time. So why, you can choose be an asshole or be nice. Why choose being an asshole? It takes the same amount of time, and that butterfly effect, because you hear about people that meet celebrities, and what happens most of the time? That celebrity that you thought was super cool, they're like, yeah, he's really an asshole, actually. And I don't think a lot of people can say that about Jimmy Buffett. And that lesson served me well today. I got the hot commodity here and landed on my feet, saved some money, and I think it's going to work out, all because I decided to be nice, even when I was really hot under the collar, frustrating. I try not to be a big know-it-all. I'm just sharing stuff that is really helping me, and I know will help folks out there, because so many of us have lost our cool when shit wasn't going our way. And what happened? Did that make things go better or worse? You losing our cool always makes the bad shit get even worse. Anyway, I'm happy about this win, and I know things like this will produce other wins for other people, and being nice to our fellow man makes the world go around a lot better. It's working for me, it'll work for you, work for Jimmy Buffett. Hey, thanks for tuning in. If my content helps you out in some sort of way, why don't you drop a like and consider subscribing? It doesn't cost a dime, it means the world to me. go install this dishwasher. How's that for timing? Ta-da! You know, I don't know a heck of a lot about Taylor Swift, except that probably right now, arguably, she's the most famous person on planet Earth. And one thing I do remember her saying a long time ago, for some weird abstract reason, is I recall her saying that all of her life, she has strived to be nice to every single person she comes across. And I thought that was really admirable because, you know, she came from somewhere. She wasn't born an international superstar. And I've never heard of an incident of her being shitty to somebody. I think that's worked out pretty swell for her too, don't you think?